Welcome to the evening show. I'm your host, Tony.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the chat or welcome to the channel. Welcome to Some Random Guy Speaks. I am your host, Tony G, and we about to get started today, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to get started today. I said it was going to be at 9:30, but it looked like I got my all my preparation, research prep, everything set up. So today I'm doing it a little early because I wasn't able to do it yesterday for the live. But I appreciate you guys for showing up and watching the video, the one I did a few days ago, I want to say, not last week, but a few days ago and things, we're talking about Black rage, or is it victimhood, so is it Black rage or is it victimhood? That one came out pretty good. I knocked it out of the park with that one. And yeah, so, and I'm going to talk about the next one I'm going to do. I'm a little late coming to the scene, but we're going to talk about the guy that's the passport bro dude and things. We're going to talk about that guy as well. So you guys may want to check out that one as well. I promise I'm going to do the one on Black when it come down to legacy and generational wealth. I promise to do that one as well. So without further ado, or and things, or with further delay, so this one is going to be in regards to, Trump and America is winning. America is back, baby. America is back in full vengeance, right? Of what happened with a lot of these people that have taken over our government. They have lied to us on every level. Every level, they have lied to us. The things that they have been doing against the people, against the will of the people, is outright treasonous, is what they have done. Outright treasonous. So where's my bulls at? So yeah, just outright treasonous. So I said, and don't worry, once again, I am going to do the other live stream, a stream in regards to the generation wealth thing. I'm going to do that. So other than that, though, we're going to go ahead on and get started. We are going to get started. Oh, man. Yeah, I see that a lot of other people have went live today. Unlike myself, I'm live as well, and I welcome people coming in the chat. So as people start to make their way into the chat, we're going to go ahead on and make it happen and stuff. We're going to be talking about all the wonderful things that our favorite president that we all love and know, which is Donald J. Trump. I'm going to go over his policies, what he has done for America, how we are winning, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a beautiful thing. I'm so excited to do this particular live stream, So we're going to walk it all the way up to Nicolas Maduro, Maduro, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a beautiful thing. This is going to be a very, very exciting live stream. I'm very passionate, as you guys know. We got a president that is winning on all policies. The Democrats, not looking so hot. Or should I say the Demo KKK rats are not doing so well, They are mad. They are complacent. They are discombobulated, unorganized, no leadership whatsoever. The only thing they can do is just constantly shout out lies. Try to deceive the American people. It's not working no more. The country has been red-pilled already, but they still try to fight. And if Nicholas start talking, and start exposing who these provocateurs and saboteurs, who's also implicated in this, So as time progresses, we're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen, what it really is. Who else is behind this charade, right? This I said charade, right? Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and talk about it. And again, welcome to Some Random Guy Speaks. I am your host, Tony Love, because I got a lot of love for you guys. No Diddy, but I got a lot of love for you guys. Tony Love, in the house. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and go into it. Everybody will catch up because I don't have much time, right? So, as I'm your Tony Love, no Diddy, just a regular guy from the heartland who had enough of the fake news and the whiners, right? I'm broadcasting solo today, as always. No guests, just me and the truth, right? That's all I offer. It's January 2026, folks. Let me tell you, America is winning like never before under President Donald J. Trump. You know what I'm saying? It really is. The haters said it couldn't happen. But here we are, stronger, richer, safer. Grab your coffee, settle in, because today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking why 2026 is the year roars back to the top, right? First off, let me talk about the borders. Remember, the open border crowd said Trump couldn't secure it. And I remember that, right? Not only that he secured it at 99%, which is something they said can never happen. They were wrong. Under Secretary Kristi Noem at Department of Homeland Security, we've got the most secure border in history, right? Encounters are at record lows, way down from Biden's disaster. Y'all remember that. Criminal illegals, right? Gone, right? Communities, what? Safer. Families protected. This winning, people, real winning. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? Boy, we just been Trump and us as the Patriots. We all voted for Trump. 77 million plus voted for Donald J. Trump as our president. Remember? So therefore, now the economy, oh man, this is where it gets good. Sure, 2025 had some tariff adjustments, right? As we brought job home. You could brought a lot of jobs home. But look at the projections. The GDP, the growth hitting at 2.6% or higher this year. Inflation cooling towards 2%. Jobs bouncing back strong. Tax cuts from the big, beautiful bill are kicking in full force in 2026. I'm so happy about this. Bigger paychecks, more money in your pockets, including mine. Businesses investing like crazy in AI and American energy. We're unleashing drilling, baby. Drill, baby, drill. No more begging foreign countries for oil. And with Venezuela's mess cleanup, right? More, that's what I said. Energy prices are stabilizing. America or Americans are feeling what? Feeling more jobs, lower costs coming, and the golden era Trump promised. It's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's here. No matter what the naysayers say, it's here. The golden age is here. Not coming, but here. Foreign policy, right? Trump, the peacemaker president, He's wrapping up deals left and right. Ceasefires in Gaza, holding strong, pushing for real peace. Ukraine, Russia or Russians feeling the pressure to negotiate. China, Trump got Xi Jinping coming to the table because America back as the superpower. We are back as the superpower, baby. The superpower. And the Dems and the liberals and the commies can't handle it, man, as well as the socialists. They all the same. They can't handle it, man. We just winning. I couldn't wait to do this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I could not wait to do this. I'm so excited because of a lot of good things are already have been done or are coming, right? No more weak handouts, right? We ain't doing that ish no more. We're respected again, right? And Venezuela, with a big question mark, bold move taking out Moderno, Nicholas Moderno, the drug kingpin gone, right? Oil flowing under America's guidance. Critics whine about nation building, but this is protecting America from fentanyl, right? And gangs. You know what I'm saying? The result matters. And Trump's delivering. He's delivering, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful thing, though. It's a beautiful thing. Look at the fake news, right? We'll focus on court battles in the midterm chatters, right? But the people know Trump's fighting the deep state. May I say this again? Trump is fighting the deep state, cutting waste, putting America first. Project 2025 ideas, right? A lot of it's getting done right now, draining the swamp, protecting families, school, and as well as choices exploding, right? Folks, 2025 is our year. Midterms are coming. Republicans are fired up. We're winning in the economy, ladies and gentlemen. Safe, strength, right? If you're listening and feeling that hope again, that's Trump magic. This is what Trump does. Remember when Trump said last year, he said, we're going to win so much you're going to get tired of winning, right? I could never get tired of winning myself. But he said it. He said he's going to teach the Republicans how to win again. How to win again, ladies and gentlemen, right? This is exactly what we voted for. We voted for a man with strength. We voted for a man with balls of steel. We voted for a man that kept his promise on his campaign promise. And that was Donald J. Trump, the president that we wanted, the president that we voted for. And we're going to win in the midterms because now things are being revealed with the big, beautiful bill. It's going to be a major tax cuts for us as a working people for the first time ever. You know, when they want to say that, yeah, the tax to the rich. Nope. He's starting it out at the lower incomes first, which is us. America first again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the agenda. This is the promise that Donald J. Trump ran on. And I fully support his message, right? Because I'm seeing it. I don't watch this fake news stuff. They are running panic. They can't even understand which is what is what. This thing with Moderno right now, man, they are beside themselves, man. Look at even Zoran Mondami, man. Oh my gosh. Man, may I not say more? He want to try to stop, or he can't do a thing. If you were to Google Section 2, Article 2, Section 2, go look that up. And it will explain the president's authority of what he is allowed to do. Huh. Ain't that something? So the Dems can't stop nothing. They are panicked out. They are upset. It's to the point that they are whining like little babies. That's exactly what they are doing. I tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, this is a victorious year for the MAGA patriots, the people that believed in our president, believed in his leadership, believed that he was going to make America great again, make America healthy again. And this is all under Trump as well as the patriots, right? You know, I'm not getting paid for this, right? Trump didn't say, oh, Tony Love, could you come up in here and be the hype man for me? Which I can do. I could be a hype man. I'm doing this because it's my patriotic duty as an American to see America succeed. I live in America. I was born in America, right? So therefore, you should feel good about yourself if you voted for Trump or not. You still live in America, right? We got the safest border ever, right? Fentanyl and drugs is at an all-time low. And with this bust of Moderna, and I don't know what country could be coming. It's possible. Don't mark my word, but it's possible it could be Cuba next. And then working its way to Colombia, because America is going into Colombia to grab the Presidente over there as well. You know what I'm saying? Because this has to happen. As I stated earlier, this is a war against the deep state. We have the deep state here in America. We have it in South America, Central America, right? We have it in parts all over the world. There are the deep state operatives that steady being crushed, steady being smoked out, right? Steady being destroyed. Arrest is going to happen, right? Because Trump is holding all the cards. Trump has all the leverage. No matter what you say, you come in here, you can insult, you can shout, you can bitch, you can complain, you can moan, but as it stands and as it is stated that Trump is in command, there is nobody controlling Trump. Trump has the leverage. We are the superpower. We are back. Look at Pete Hegseth, right? They got our military looking good. We got all the queers and weirdos and freaks out of our military. Our men and women looking strong, looking fit, looking good. First time in a long time, right? And I approve his message. These are the reasons for people that want to know why I wear the MAGA cap. It's because of Trump's policies, what he ran on, and why he delivered. He is doing this for the American people, not himself, right? It's for the American people. And as we study advance into victory, because we will take the midterms, the Democrats are gone, right? They just don't even know. Their party is already destroyed. They think they got a party. Chuck Schumer, none of them. Hakeem Jeffries, none of them. You don't even hear from them too much, right? AOC, none of them. None of them, right? Jasmine Hood, Rat Crockett, none of them. You can name them, but they cannot stop the Trump train. Woo, woo, come on and ride this train. It's the Trump train. Woo, woo. Like I said, we got room. We got room for moderates, and we got room for some liberals. You are on a losing battle. ICE is 10,000 ICE agents this year in coming to your town near you, right? So you're either going to get on board with this agenda, because this is not a one-time thing. You know, Trump 2028, it's got to get my 2028 hat. Let the haters hate. Let the haters hate. Let them hate. Let them hate. Let them hate. Let the haters hate. Let them hate. You know what I'm saying? Because the panicans and the haters, they can't do nothing about it. This is why I love trolling them. It's so easy to troll liberals, right? Because they get so emotional when they know they losing for real. What they do? Come in the room and insult you. I see them do it in other people's chats. Nobody's worried about no haters. You know what I'm saying? All these haters, they know what they can do. They can go and suck their thumb and go up under a cover and cry themselves to sleep like they used to doing. We ain't over here rolling under no damn cover. We are out from the cover. We are up and out. There's no depression. I'm not all depressed. I'm happy. I voted for this. I get glee seeing these Somalis being round up and these Arabs that's over here in Dearborn and all the rest of them and every other ethnic group. If you over here legally, you are a legal alien. You are violating America, right? Right now as you speak. Turn yourself in, get the CPP-1 app, and schedule a time for Trump. I'm not saying not Trump, but schedule a time for ICE to come and pick you up. It's just that simple. But ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, boy, it is a beautiful day for 2026. We got a leader, a man, a myth, the legend, Donald J. Trump, right? I tell you, boy, balls are steel. He don't care what nobody thinks about him. You can talk about him. You can call him names. You can call him the Orange Man and all this other stuff. But I tell you what, this man right here, boy, this is the greatest president we ever had in our lifetime, man. There's nobody else that can touch his successes, right? Trump won He won the majority of the vote. He won all 7 swing states. He won the House and the Senate. He have done this. This is a feat in itself because they said he can never come back. They said after 2016, Trump said, I'll show you, even when he ran for president, Obama said he would never be president. Hillary, they laughed at him. Now they shaking in their boots and they crying now, right? This was a joke. Who's going to vote for some old celebrity, real estate developer? We did. We voted for Trump. Trump, baby, Trump. Win, baby, win. MAGA win. This is a MAGA channel. Make America great again. Win, baby, win, baby, win. That's all we know how to do over here in the MAGA space is we winning. All this ish, man. I don't care what liberal, what channel that they got. They can't ignore the facts. The fake news can't spin it fast enough because you know who is celebrating that Trump got rid of Nicolas Maduro? It is the people over there in Venezuela. Right? And I love the fact how they call these fake Venezuelans in America trying to rah-rah that they want this guy released. Bullshit. Bullshit. Right? I'm going to listen to the people that live in Venezuela. And we already know that they're celebrating over here. Dems, y'all have nothing. You're lost. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Good day, sir. You get nothing. I can do that soundbite better than that myself. Why? You tell me I ain't got shit. I got something even over Gene Wilder. Y'all know from the Willy Wonka, and the Chocolate Factory. I tell you, boy. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited. I am hyped. Boy, we are winning. Drill, baby, drill. That's what I'm saying, man. Do that Trump dance, Trump even got his dance. They can't stop this guy, man. You even got people out here emulating Trump in a positive light. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where to begin. You know what I'm saying? He's gotten our borders secure, right? Locked them down, getting mass immigration, these illegal aliens that have come over here. He's going to get that Somali group together, as I said before, and the rest of them all over. And Tim Walz got some problems. Tampon Timmy. You got problems, Tampon Timmy. And if you and Ilhan Omar are linked, which in my opinion, I believe they are linked to this criminal ass mess over there in Minnesota, So it's going to be a lot of takedowns this year, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you say he ain't did no arrest yet. It's coming. And let me backtrack on something for a minute. for all the naysayers and the ones that voted for Trump and say that, oh, you ain't no rest. Here's the thing about it. When Trump get the rest of his Supreme Court justice patriot warriors, because guess who's been blocking them, right? Due to the blue slip. I want you guys to do a Google search or look at it in AI if you want to. It's called the blue slip. Go and look at that. And this was going to explain a lot of things that the Dems have been doing besides redistricting. These are illegal things that they have set up to win in their favor, right? Go on. It's interesting about the blue slip. You guys need to look at this stuff because stuff is being exposed every single day. They're getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. You know what I'm saying? And Trump and the MAGA is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Boy, I tell you though. So that's what I'm saying. You Dems, you may as well just give up. You have no place to go. You're being boxed in. I'm talking about the elites. You're being boxed in right now. All the criminal activity that you've been doing, ripping off the American people, stealing our taxpayer dollars, funneling them into these NGO programs, which doesn't exist. And then you've been getting the kickbacks coming back into your personal accounts. Trump has broken the Democrat elites' backs. This is why they're bankrupt. They're going bankrupt. Trump is even bankrupting the Federal Reserve, right? Which has never been our friend. It's unconstitutional, and it's not even a part of the United States. Established in 1913. Holler at your boy, right? This is exactly what's been going on, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not going to take this treasonous BS anymore. You know why? Because things are being exposed on a day-to-day basis, right? Look what's going on. All this corruption being exposed right now. You got that beautiful Tulsi Gabbard, right? Exposing the dossier, the Steele dossier, the Russia hoax, all the rest of this stuff. So the Dems are getting hit, ladies and gentlemen, left and right. We're taking out the cartel slowly but surely. We're going to go into Mexico eventually. It's going to happen. This is why Claudia is shaking. They said, damn, they took my boy. That was her best friend, Nicholas, right? Nicholas Maduro, that was her best friend. She's like, God darn it, they done got Nicholas. I'm worried if he started talking, oh my goodness. Oh my God. That's exactly what it is, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm here bringing you the news right now as it's breaking. It's breaking. We're going to play a little bit of the video. But in fact, let me go ahead and play a little video right now, boy. I tell you, and this is going to speak for it.
Have you spoken with any
That
of
out.
the U.S. service members who were injured during that operation in Venezuela?
Yes, we have calls into them. They were all in good shape.
Can you detail what watching that was like when all this played out in Venezuela and what Maduro was doing that moment?
Well, I
when
knew the
US
possible danger. It was a very dangerous operation. It was amazing that we had a few injured, but all are in good shape right now. But I knew there was great danger. You got off the helicopter. The helicopters were being shot at. They got on the ground. They were amazing talent and tremendous patriotism, bravery. The bravery was incredible. Let's say they got off the helicopter and the bullets were flying all over the place. As you know, one of the helicopters got hit pretty badly, but we got everything back. And nobody killed.
The next question is who's in charge of Venezuela right now. Have you spoken to the newly sworn-in president there, Rodriguez? And what are your thoughts on the entire situation? You said the U.S. would run Venezuela.
We're dealing with the people. We're dealing with the people that just got sworn in. And don't ask me who's in charge because I'll give you an answer and it'll be very controversial.
What does that mean?
It means we're in charge.
Have you spoken with her?
We're in charge.
Have you spoken with her?
No, I haven't, but other people.
Do you want to?
At the right time, I will.
Did the U.S. give Delcy Rodriguez any guarantees in exchange for cooperating
No,
with your
no,
administration?
but she's cooperating.
Are you going to demand free and fair elections in the short term in Venezuela?
Well, it depends. You know, what you're talking. We have to do one thing in Venezuela, bring it back. It's a dead country right now. It's a country that, frankly, we would have been, if I had lost the election, we would have been a dead country. We would have been Venezuela on steroids. Venezuela right now is a dead country. We have to bring it back, and we're going to have big investments by the oil companies to bring back the infrastructure. And the oil companies are ready to go. They're going to go in, they're going to rebuild the infrastructure. You know, we built it to start off with many years ago. They took it away. You can't do that. And you can't do that with me. They did it with other presidents.
How soon do you think an election can take place in Venezuela? How soon can an election take place?
Well, I think we're looking more.
Yeah, Joe Mama, that's real good, man. That Timmy dropped out the race. He knew he wanted to win anyway.
It's been horribly run. The oil is just flowing at a very low level, much lower than, even if it was badly run, it should have more income, more oil than what they do. So we're going to have the big oil companies go in, and they're going to fix the infrastructure, they're going to invest money. We're not going to invest anything. We're going to just take care of the country. We're going to cherish the country. We're going to take care, more importantly, of the people, including Venezuelans that are living in our country that were forced to leave their country. Yeah, they're going to be taken very well.
Yeah, I was going to give you permission, Joe Mama. If you see a channel name that see a guy that goes by Black, what's his name? Black Business Corp, I think it is. You have my permission to block him, you know, if he comes into this chat, just to give you a heads up.
Good care of. Yes,
Have
ma'am.
you spoken with the oil companies about
Yes.
going into Venezuela?
I have.
Which ones? Have you received any commitments?
All of them, yes.
Any commitments from the oil companies?
They want to go in so bad.
Did you speak with them before the operation took place?
Yes.
Did you maybe tip them off about what
Before and after. And they want to go in, and they're going to do a great job for the people of Venezuela. And they're going to represent us well. But you know, the infrastructure is rusty, rotten, most of it unusable. It's old, it's broken. You see pipes laying all over the ground. Nothing's been invested for years. Chevron's in, as you know, they've done a good job, but even they haven't been in a position to invest money because they're on a month-to-month basis.
What happens to
They're only there because I wanted them to be there.
Yeah, are there any contingencies in case the military in Venezuela is unhappy with the U.S. the way it's running Venezuela? Do you guys have plans for anything?
So Venezuela thus far has been very nice, but it helps to have a force like we have. You know, we were ready for a second wave. We were all set to go, but we don't think we're going to need it.
There's about 17 billion worth of oil reserves in Venezuela. Is that going to be?
You mean trillion?
And is that going to be
You
something?
said billion or
I
trillion?
said billion.
You said 17 billion? It's much more than that.
Okay, so what is going to happen to those reserves?
We're going to run everything. We're going to run it, fix it. We'll have elections at the right time. The main thing you have to face is a broken country. There's no money. There's inflation. Like we would have had, if I didn't win this election, we would have been Venezuela on steroids. Lindsay would know that. You might say something on that because we were talking before. We would have had a doubling up of very bad things that cost us a lot of money, like welfare, frankly. We wouldn't have had jobs. And instead of having $18 trillion in, we would have had at least $5 to $10 trillion leaving the country. So our costs would have gone up, and all of the money that's, you know, we're setting a record. It's long broken. And that's it. That's after 10 months. We haven't included the 11th month yet. So we think we're going to hit over $20 trillion. The all-time record is 3 by another country known as China. About 10 years ago, they did 3. We're going to do close to 20 trillion. By the way, there has never been anything like this ever before. And it's all because of tariffs and the election, but it's because of tariffs. Without tariffs, we wouldn't have 10 cents being invested.
There was a time back in 2016, I remember your RNC speech, and you were saying that regime change and nation building.
Where?
When you were speaking at the RNC back in 2016, you were criticizing regime change and nation building, the U.S. being involved in that. It seems obviously that your stance has changed on that. What led to that? And is the U.S. nation building now? Is that?
This isn't a country that's on the other side of the world. This isn't a country like where you have to travel 24 hours in an airplane. This is Venezuela. however the Don Road Doctrine.
So is that what you would say, that we're in the business
Well,
of
no,
nation
no,
building?
we're in the business of having countries around us that are viable and successful, and where the oil is allowed to freely come out because that's good. It gets the prices down. That's good for our country. Now, we have a very sick neighbor. It's not a neighbor, but it's close to a neighbor, and that's Venezuela. Is very sick. Colombia is very sick too, run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States, and he's not going to be doing it very long. Let me tell you.
What does that mean?
Oh,
He's not doing it very long.
Not doing it
oh
very long.
man.
He has.
Yeah, I just want to talk about that real quick though, you know, so because eventually he is going into Colombia. So there he's concerned. The presidente over there in Colombia, you know, he's very concerned though. Claudia in Mexico is very concerned as well too. You know, in fact, if you look at the Latin countries that are all corrupt, they're all entwined like a big old web. You know, they are very, very concerned. Very concerned. No longer will America be the doormat for every filthy, illegal person that come into this country, right? We are not the doormat of the world's countries. We are the leader, the superpower once again. USA. Let me go ahead on and get this back, ladies and gentlemen.
Cocaine mills and cocaine factories. He's not going to be doing it
So
forever.
there will be an operation by the U.S.
It sounds good to me. Yeah.
Secretary Rubio mentioned.
You know why? Because they kill a lot of people. Yeah.
Secretary Rubio mentioned Cuba yesterday in his remarks. Does the U.S. have a plan to do
Well, Cuba always survived because of Venezuela. Now they won't have that money coming in. They won't have the income coming in. You know, a lot of Cubans were killed yesterday. You know that. A lot of Cubans were killed.
Do you know how many?
The bodyguards. No, they're looking, but there was a lot of death on the other side. No death on our side, but there was a lot of death on the other side, unfortunately. But a lot of Cubans were killed yesterday, trying to protect him.
Do you know there's been protesters killed in Iran? You said we were locked and loaded, ready to go. What is the line there for when the U.S. is going to get involved in those protests?
We're taking a look. We're watching it very closely. If they start killing people like they have in the past, I think they're going to get hit very hard by the United
And I
States.
suggest something. So when he first got elected in January, we met, you know, biggest comeback ever. We talked about
You think so, really? I didn't feel it was a comeback, actually.
so
Because the first one was
the bottom line is we talked about a drug caliphate in our backyard. You know, we had Venezuela, we have Cuba, we have Colombia in our backyard. And these three countries have been condemned ever since I've been in politics. Joe Biden put a $25 billion bounty on Maduro's head. Chris Smith, the day he got inaugurated, said, I hope Trump will hold Maduro's feet to the fire. He did. So what has he done? He's going to clear our backyard of a drug caliphate, countries run by narco-terrorist dictators who murder, rape, send drugs into our country to kill thousands of our citizens. To my Democratic friends, you should be celebrating this. When bin Laden went down, I was the first to applaud President Obama. This was one of the most sophisticated military operations in the history of
Delta
the country.
Force sent in their elites. The Delta Force took care of business.
We had a good part of the Navy, and they were able to capture this man alive. No military in the world could have done it. And as to this commander-in-chief, he did something people talked about doing. You just wait for Cuba. Cuba is a communist dictatorship that's killed priests and nuns. They preyed on their own people. Their days are numbered.
Yep.
We're going to wake up one day, I hope in 26, in our backyard, we're going to have allies in these countries.
Yes,
doing
sir.
business with America, not narco-terrorist dictators killing Americans. This is a big frigging day. And everybody in the world is thinking differently than they were just a few days
Fuck
ago.
around and
because of
find
what
out.
you did.
Do you think you're
By the way, you know, you mentioned something that's interesting. Lindsay mentioned bin Laden. You know, I wrote about bin Laden 1 year before the attack on the World Trade Center. And I said, you got to go after bin Laden. It was in my book. And Very few people want to say that, but it was in my book. You know that. I think you've actually talked about it. But if they would have listened to me, they would have taken out Bin Laden, and you wouldn't have had the World Trade Center tragedy.
Yeah, this is certainly going.
Did you know that? I predicted Bin Laden.
I learned something every day.
No, but did you hear that?
Well, I did now. I just heard it right
No,
now.
I wrote a book. It was 1 year before the attack that the book came out, and it talked about, there's a whole page, a whole section dedicated to a guy named Bin Laden who's a bad guy who you have to take out.
So I'll get the book. But right after the election, he told me, I'm going to clean up our backyard. Now, this was before he took office. This was one of the president's priorities, is to make sure that people in our backyard, narco-terrorist states, will not continue to kill Americans without it. The number of people that will be alive today because Venezuela will be in different hands is going to be tens of thousands. This is something to be celebrated, whether you like him or not.
Not just Venezuela. It's what's coming out of Venezuela in the form of ocean-going and Gulf-going and sea-going boats. Every time we knock out a boat, and we've done a lot of them, we did 3 over the last few days. They're very rare now. You don't see too many of them. But drugs by sea are down 97%. Think of that. And now we're going to stop it by land too. The land is easy. We had to do the sea before we did the land because it just works out.
Yeah, you were just talking about the land, but it sounded like.
And by the way, you have to do something with Mexico. Mexico has to get their act together because they're pouring through Mexico, and we're going to have to do something. We'd love Mexico to do it. They're capable of doing it. But unfortunately, the cartels are very strong in Mexico.
I remember one time you actually, speaking of Mexico, I asked you about Claudia Sheinbaum, and you told me at one point you had offered to send U.S. troops into Mexico to combat drug trafficking there. Is that something you
I like Claudia. I think she's a terrific person. I would say every single time I...
Hold on for one moment, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to read, coming from, this is what Trump posted in Truth. So this is his truth. We have taken, this is regards to the tariffs success that Trump been doing or receiving for America. We have taken in and soon receiving more than $600 billion in tariffs. But the fake news media refuse to talk about it because they hate the disrespect our country, right? And want to interfere with the upcoming tariff decisions. One of the most important ever of the United States Supreme Court, because the tariffs, our country is financially and from a national security standpoint, far stronger and more respected than ever. God bless America, President Donald J. Trump. This was posted 9:04 a.m. today, right? Let me go ahead and put this back here.
Talk to her. I offered to send troops.
And she's just not willing?
She's concerned. She's a little afraid. The cartels are running Mexico. Whether you like it or not, it's not nice to say, but the cartels are running Mexico.
Yeah, speaking of those U.S. troops, I mean, one thing that Americans and a lot of people are wondering, you just sounded like you weighed out another strike, or another land strike at least in Venezuela. You sound like you weighed that out. But
we haven't. We didn't need it. We were prepared to do a second strike if we needed it. We're totally prepared.
But that's off
we're
the
still
table.
prepared.
That's off the table now.
No, it's not. If they don't behave, we will do a second strike. Well, you demand.
The question is that the American troops, are they going to be on the ground? They're doing any kind of peacekeeping. I think Americans are very...
Depends on what happens. It depends a little bit on the new administration, if you want to call it.
So if you see that pushback from Rodriguez and ultimately...
Well, I don't think it was pushback. I think that...
She called it...
Well, you know, you hear a different person than I hear.
Really? So you have spoken?
We talked to them.
Oh, you did speak.
They've been very good.
She called it kidnapping of Maduro.
It's not a bad term. Go ahead.
Now, are you going to demand that Delcy Rodriguez let opposition figures return or free any political prisoners?
We haven't gotten to that yet. Right now, what we want to do is fix up the oil, fix up the country, bring the country back, and then have elections.
No. Is it fair?
We better bring the country back. Otherwise, you're gonna have a mess that's so bad. It was really bad It's going to get a lot worse unless we go in and fix it.
Is the U.S. going to reopen its embassy in Caracas or get the
We're thinking about it. We've been asked to do it.
Appreciate it if you guys hit that like button for me, please. Hit that like button. And for those that are just coming in right now, I already covered a lot of things under the Trump administration and things that's going to be coming in 2026 and stuff. So please hit the like button for me, please. I appreciate it. My real patriots, my real people that support the channel, I appreciate it if you hit that like button. Thank you.
So now I'm 8 1/4 points because they started up Thailand and Cambodia, and now it's okay.
So where does it actually stand between Russia
I
and
think we'll have a
Ukraine
deal
right now?
at some point, hopefully in the not too distant. So I don't know if you saw the numbers just came out. 30,000 soldiers were killed this current month.
And there was that
30,000. 27,000 the month before.
You and Senator Graham discussed additional Russia sanctions.
We discuss it all the time. There's nothing else I talk to him. I don't consider him very exciting to talk to, except when we're talking about legislation. And we talk about legislation all the time. You think that's an exciting relationship? It's not. But we talk a lot about legislation, and we have great legislation coming. You want to tell them?
So the tariff bill. So here's what I believe. I don't think we could have secured the border without the threat of tariffs. I don't think we'd have a European trade deal without the threat of tariffs. So if you want to end this conflict, then put pressure on Putin's customers. He sanctioned the 2 largest oil companies in Russia, which is the biggest pressure anybody's put on Putin since the war started. But we have 85 co-sponsors to give this president.
It's hurting Russia very bad, the sanctions.
Oh, yeah. So this bill would allow.
And India also is.
Yes, sir. So you put a 25% tariff on India for buying Russian oil. I was at the Indian ambassador's house about a month ago, and all he wanted to talk about is how they're buying less Russian oil. Would you tell the president to relieve the tariff? This stuff works. So I'm hoping we'll bring the bill up, and it's from 0 to 500. He picks the number. Nobody else does. But if you're buying cheap Russian oil, keeping Putin's war machine going, we're trying to give the president the ability to make that a hard choice by tariffs. I really do believe that what he did with India is the chief reason India is now buying substantially less Russian oil. So I hope we pass this bill soon. And after this,
they wanted to make.
All right. Let's see what happened here. It had stopped for a minute. Okay, what is going on here? Well, at any event, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, so I just talked about earlier, and things, boy, as his hype man, and so forth. Boy, we are looking good with the wins. Go for the win for America, ladies and gentlemen, under the leadership of our favorite president that we all know and love, and that is Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. And as I mentioned before, on the left, they are shaking, ladies and gentlemen. They are frazzled. They are so panicked out right now. They do not have an answer for the pushback against the Venezuelan people. Because over there in Venezuela, they are celebrating. If this guy was so great, why would they be celebrating? It destroys their narrative, right? This is exactly what it is. So exactly what it is. So, man, I enjoy reporting the beautiful policies of our president, Donald J. Trump. And as we start to go further in 2026, we are here in the golden age. America is no longer the doormat of the world where they can wipe their feet on the taxpayers, right? This is the thing. Trump and the Patriots have turned it around. They thought they can destroy MAGA. They try to put us against each other. They even threw out some of their best, like Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes, to name a few. They tried to send them in as disruptors, but it failed. They even sent out their little paid influencers that's on social media things right now. They have to come up with another script, because as of right now, President Trump is really the president, the peace president of the American people, ladies and gentlemen. So we don't know how to lose, but we know how to win. And we are going for the continuous win as the Democrat, lunatic, left, right communists. They are going for the loss, as they always have lost, right? As we win. So don't take my word for it. If you can't stand the heat, then get out the kitchen. It's just that simple. Do what George Clooney has done. Do what Tom Hanks has done. And do what Ellen DeGeneres, as well as that old loudmouth Rosie O'Donnell. Do what they have done. Buy yourself a one-way ticket and go to these other countries if they will even have you. You don't have to live here in America, right? But we know as Americans, ain't no country greater than the United States of America. God bless America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, baby. This is the country right here, right? The United States. And I love covering this stuff when it comes down to our favorite president that we all love and know, which is President Donald J. Trump. So as we are under his leadership, he holds the highest court seat in the land. He is the commander-in-chief. And we don't need to have to remind the Democrats on that. You know, right now they are discombobulated, no leader, upset, angry, frustrated, right? All this no king stuff has failed. All of it has failed, right? And we are steady winning, you know, winning. I finally get some activity over there on X. I appreciate you guys showing up on X. So I got a couple of people over there. But other than that, though, how can you be against such a message? How can you be against such a man that has been delivering ever since he has gotten back in the office? And once again, that is our favorite president that we all know and love, and that is Donald J. Trump. See how that just rolls off my tongue? I don't need a script for any of this stuff, right? Just how it is, right? So therefore, we will not back down. We will not kowtow and bow down, because we have the leverage. The Democrats, losers, do not. They are communists. They hate America. I'm talking about the elites that have these brainwashed following sheeple liberals, right? That don't know they front from their back. They over here supporting terrorists. They're supporting tyranny. They're supporting fascists. They want to say that Trump is doing that. No, sir. And look like he will get that Nobel Peace Prize. Boy, talking about a tongue twister. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I love giving and delivering the news. Look like Tampon Timmy has stepped down out the race because the corruption is just too big. He know he ain't got a chance of winning, right? And we need to take Minnesota, and we're going to redistrict. We're going to get rid of this gerrymandering crap stuff that the Democrats pulled. We're going to get rid of that blue slip that they pulled. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get rid of all of it. So liberal, communist, left, get used to more losing as we are used to winning. And I just love saying that, though, too, you know? I really do. We are in a great place right now. Please get my likes up, please. I appreciate it. I need my likes up. Get my likes up, please. Get my likes up. Get my likes up. Get my likes up. I'm giving y'all the best stuff right here. You know, giving y'all the stuff right here. I am as accurate as well as correct and factual when it comes down to delivering the news. And one of my sources that I do give up, which is Ground News, right? This is where I get my stuff. I'm a subscriber, paid subscriber, a year's worth. And you guys may want to look into that as well. I think they're giving a discount off right now. So if you're tired of the fake lying news and you want your news and you want your sources to be a little bit more sourced, guess what? It gives you the sources from the left, from the center, as well as from the right, which is Ground News. Now, I'm not sponsored by Ground News, but I love talking about it because this is something that I read. and I get the notifications. I'm in the know before the fake news is in the know. You know what I mean? So this is one of the things. You guys need to download and get on Truth Social. Shame on you if you don't use Truth Social. A lot of y'all have X, but you need to get on Truth as well, because that's exactly what it is. You have freedom of speech there. You wouldn't have to worry about being kicked off the app because you align with a particular political alignment. You don't have to worry about that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. You do not have to worry about that stuff at all, though, but that's why I say, America we were looking better than ever before. America, right? We really are. We are winning and they are losing. The commies are losing. And it's just a matter of time with Mondami as well, too. Mondami, that's what I call him. Yeah, Mondami. Yeah, that's a good name for him as well, too. A socialist, communist dummy, commie pig, right? We don't have no time for that type of nonsense, right? Over here in America, this is about freedom, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right? Right over here in America, communism don't have no way here in America at all. We stand by the Constitution. We are going into being a republic, constitutional republic, not Democrat anymore. We can, that's good. Steady going away. Steady going away, ladies and gentlemen. Steady going away. So yeah, so if you support my channel, you should give me a like. That's the least that I deserve. I don't ask for very much, but a like, right? And you can do that. All you got to do is hit the button and get my likes up. I'm going to start putting that out more. And this way, it will help the algorithm, and it will allow others to watch my channel, hear what I have to say, because I do believe that I have a particular talent when it comes down to delivering the news. And I put my personality on it too, right? I do things and I'm passionate about it, right? Instead of just being boring on here, I got to be entertaining. I may tell a few cracker jokes here and there. You guys ain't really seen my stand-up comedy yet, but I'm going to do that one day, though, because I got some good stuff that you guys will be laughing at, for real. But I'm not going to be raunchy, but I'm going to be funny. That's for sure. And I appreciate you guys for coming in the channel. Joe Mama is in the house. Not your mama, Joe Mama. Boy, Joe Mama. Boy, what's up, Joe Mama? Hold on for a minute, Joe Mama. I got to do you right. I can't do you, man. When Joe Mama come in the room, it's like E.F. Hutton, man. You got to be like, shh. Hold on, Joe Mama. Where's my thing at, man? Oh, man. Do I have that on here? You know what, Joe Mama? I'm on my laptop today. But I give you an applause anyway. Easy part applause, but it'll work. There we go. So yeah, so Joe Mama get the applause. Let me see what you have to say, Joe Mama. The Russian ambassador was in New York City, blasting. Let me see here. I call him my dummy ass, telling him communism failed, and he has the first person experience about it. Right? He had first experience. Right, exactly. I agree with him on that. Joe Mama says, you better not bust a cracker joke. I'll bet you from. I wouldn't do you like that. I ain't gonna do no cracker jokes though, Joe Mama. I ain't gonna do you like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I got some very good friends of mine that are white. Just like you said, I got some very good friends that are black, I would my other stuff, I got some material though, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know some of it is not going to be favorable for the YouTube. So when I do and things like that, yeah, I won't load it up on YouTube, Yeah, because there's going to be certain type of colorful language and things. But no, these are not black and white jokes. I done heard all that stuff from the best comedians though, Joe Mama, This stuff relates to other type of things in the world, Yeah, boy, I tell you. Yeah, Joe Mama, boy, we are winning, man. We are winning. Yeah, Joe Mama, man, I had to do another format, man. I done finally figured this thing out, man, with this vertical stuff, man. So, yeah, the algorithms and all this other stuff, man. I had to do some back study research on this stuff, man. I really did. But I done figured it out now. So therefore, yeah. So other than that, yeah. So it's looking a lot better. You know, I get more people are coming in here though, and things, which is cool. You know, I mean, I have an audience because I know people are at work. You get more views this way. Exactly. I found this out late because here I am thinking about, and I gotta put a shout out to YouTube. I gotta retract this statement. And I said I was over here. I was mad at YouTube, man. I said, yeah, they shadow banning me, man. They doing me wrong, Joe Mama. I was mad about it. But no, I retract that. So YouTube, Google, I retract what I said about the company and things and how I thought that I was being shadow banned, you know? So I'm never a person too big to admit that I am wrong. I'm gonna be wrong many times over, and you too, a lot of you guys as well. So therefore, I wanted to say that before, Joe Mama. Hey, I be over here, man. You know how heat up was. Yeah, get on Rumble, and you guys should be on Rumble anyway. You know, so I don't feel bad about that. You know, so if you are on Rumble, follow me over on Rumble. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Come on now. You know, you guys are listening to me, obviously, right? You know, I'm an entertaining dude. I'm a funny guy. I'm a good guy, you know? So follow your boy, man. Give me a like, man, and hit that subscribe button, right? I'm not going to lead you down the wrong way. Do I ask for very much? No. You know, I'm just passionate about what I do, you know? So you guys can at least hit the like button. That's all you need to do, you know? Don't be a shadow ninja. Just hit the like button and subscribe. Joe Mama says, I, however, do not apologize to Google and me anything I've ever said. Well, yeah, Joe Mama, you different though, man. Here I thought I was being shadow banned because one of my lives came up and I saw it, Joe Mama. I said, ever since I went vertical, I said, it doesn't favor the landscape at all. I was like, dang. But it's all good though, because if they truly have, it wouldn't have mattered whichever way, because I said I can't see what I was saying. I wasn't swearing like a sailor. I didn't go after and dox anybody, I may have some occasional trolls that come into the room, but I'm used to dealing with trolls that come in the room. Everybody know what I look like, so I was trying to figure this thing out, man. I forgot because when I first started doing it, I was on a vertical, on those early days when I was on my cell phone with the garbage audio, riding around in my car, vibrating. Oh my! In my early days, ladies and gentlemen, I used to do that in my early days. Man, I would do a live on my phone in a New York minute. Just ask Joe Mama. And Joe Mama got to be cracking up. He said, yeah, baby, you come a long way now. Look at you, got your crystal clear, high definition. Boy, you're sounding like $1 million on the microphone, coming in like fire. You know what I'm saying? I really am, though, too. Man, I had that crappy audio earpiece, sounding like I was in a tunnel, couldn't really hear me going in and out, So, yeah. So those were the early days. I remember that though too. So guys, if you like my content, please hit the like and subscribe button. That's the least that I would ask you to do. I'm not moderated. You know what I'm saying? I'm not moderated, at least not yet. It's coming though. It's coming. So yeah. But I went after YouTube. I went after them, man. I was so mad, man. Thought I was over here being shadow banned, man, and everything. But yeah, it's all good though, So yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, we talked about that and Trump. I ain't gonna play the whole thing, but you guys got the gist of it. You guys know what's up. Let me see what Joe Mama said. I like the night you had your mother in the car and she was throwing red POs out to chat. Yeah, I know, right? You know what? I talked to my mother today, man. Christmas, my mother got me. Guess what my mother got me for a gift, man? My mom got me a Apple Watch, man. I got an Apple Watch, man. All these years that the Apple Watch been out, you know, and I never really thought about, you know, I kind of thought about having it, and then, but my mother got me an Apple Watch, man. You know, shout out to the moms, though, man. I said one of these days, man, I'm gonna have my mom back on the chat and stuff, you know. Yeah, because ever since my mom been red PO, you know, my mother been red PO, boy. I had to work with my mama for years of Democratic programming. I was hitting my mom with so many facts and stuff, Joe Mama. She used to hate Trump and things. And I said, hey, Mom, let me just break it down to you. This is your son. Let me break it down for you, you know. This ain't about loving on a man. This is about loving on his policies. You know what I'm saying? Man, I gotta make that as a slogan. This ain't about loving on a man. This is about loving on his policies. And that's exactly what it is, you know. Boy, she couldn't stand. They say the orange man. Oh, yeah, that orange man. Ooh, man. The orange tame man, you know. But I had explained to her about the orange man. I said, he's delivering. He's delivering, you know. She thought he was this racist, no good mofo. You know, I can't say the word, especially around my mother, boy, which I don't do. I don't do very much cussing around her at all, though, you know, and things like that. But yeah, I used to have my mom on here. Joe Mama, remember, man. Yep, I could have had a show with me and my mama. Man, me and my mama. I should that. You know what, Joe Mama? That would sound like a great title. Me and my mama, you know, that's my mama, you know. Don't you disrespect my mama, you know. I would have to do like MC Hammer tell him, you could say this and that, but don't you talk about my mama. I'm gonna come see you if you talk about my mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come see you. You talk about and disrespect my mama. And Hammer was he was for real about it, boy. I didn't know Hammer was that gangster, man. Hammer was gangster, man. You talk about Hammer's mama, I mean, you're gonna deal with the Hammer and his whole crew. You got, man, he got some killers. Oh man, Hammer, you know, boy, I remember that. I watched the documentary on that. Some of you guys watched that documentary on MC Hammer, right? Yeah, putting the hammer down, man. Hammer time. And I appreciate you guys rocking with your boy here as well, too. But Joe Mama, you just reminded me, man. Yeah, I said the days I used to have my mom on here. Yeah, I said pick her up. She had a little part-time job and stuff, and pick her up and take her in things like that, man. Icy, snowy conditions and stuff. But yeah, man, I remember those days. Boy, I remember those days. But yeah, Joe Mama, man. Yeah, Detroit, cold as ever. Was like 28, 27 degrees yesterday night. I've been out here working, doing my thing, and of course. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it is, you know, regards to this. The next one I'm going to do, what did I say I was going to do the next one on? Oh, yeah, Joe Mama, I was going to do the passport. There's a breaking news that happened. I want to say about a week or so ago. I remember watching it on the headlines. They were titling it called The Passport Bro that got arrested. Did you hear about the Passport Bro that got arrested over there in Brazil? It was. Yeah, it was in Sao Paulo, man. Sao Paulo, Brazil. He's a guy. I know who this guy is because he's been on, I think, Austin's channel. He was one of the first passport bros going to these other countries. Man, this brother here, man, got into some deep trouble, man, with some minors, man. Whoa, you know, shoot. That's one thing as a man we don't do. You know, messing around with these babies, boy. I tell you. Yep. What do you say? Oh, you're 5 outside? Oh, yeah, that's cold, though, Joe Mama. That is cold. Cold. Y'all colder than we are. And we over here with these 5 big, giant-sized lakes, but they look like oceans, boy. You know, big old ocean, especially Lake Superior, boy. Lake Superior is no joke. But at any event, yeah, so I'm going to cover that one. I'm a little late coming to that situation with this guy. What's his name? His name is what's his name? Something Wallace Jr. And things. So I'm gonna cover that story, yeah, because he got hit over there in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and they said that they confiscated about what was it? Some laptops, 5 cell phones, as well as some hard drive, storage hard drive, SD drives and stuff, man. So this guy, yeah, you guys should check it out though. It made big news and stuff like that. So once again, these passport Pookie and Ray Rays that go under the moniker as passport bros, and he's a black guy too, so you know that don't look good at all. So for every passport bro, man, these countries are cracking down. And see, the thing about it, they go into these Latin American countries, low income countries, you know, and some of them go over there and exploit the women and all that stuff. When you start messing with children, man, that's an all-time low. And we already know it has a universal reciprocity. Once they get him inside, he's already been arrested. And their justice system is slow in these countries. See, we have a thing in America under the Constitution, which is called due process. And I believe that is the 7th Amendment. So this is another thing. You go into these other countries, you hate America so much, you know, you best learn about their laws over there, because if you don't, oh man, you know, you're going to F around and find out, you know, what that really is, because the justice system turns very slow in some of these other countries that's undeveloped. I ain't going to say undeveloped, but just not as developed as we are. I can't say the other word no more. Y'all know what I mean, you know. But at any event, so yeah, boat. Yep. Yeah, Joe Mama says boat. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, boot. Is that, I mean, boat. Yeah, that's boat. Boat. I see the A on there now. You know, boy, these glasses ain't worth a damn, man, I tell you. But yeah, I had fun, ladies and gentlemen, delivering the news and stuff as promised. Talking about the wonderful things, some of them, man. Trump got so many wins. We like you just, I'm glad you gave me that news. I was going to find out about it because I looked on my phone, and you are correct, Joe Mama. Tim Walz, Tampon Tim, is not he's not going to rerun, right? As the governor again. He knows he's cooked. It's just he knows, man. You can't win no election coming off of corruption. That ain't never happened. Well, actually, it did though. Marion Barry, if you've been around, you remember Marion Barry, the one that was caught with the crack pipe, got cleaned up and won again for mayor. But we ain't talking about mayor this time. We're talking about the government seat, you know? Oh, man. Boy, crack is back, boy. Crack. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, though, so yeah, I have entertained you for today, delivering the news, let you hear our favorite person that we all know and love as our president, and that's Donald J. Trump, boy, I tell you, though. And I'm not trolling. I'm just saying for what it really is, though, you know. Well, I got a lot of MAGA supporters, though. I would have much more, but everybody is at work right now. You know, I get it. And for you guys that are listening to me while you're at work, that's fine, too, you know, because I'm entertaining enough, man. I really am. And I'm going to be more entertaining now delivering the news, because that's what it has to be in order to keep your attention. Because I just can't tell the news regular, like, because I'm not a news channel, per se. But I don't mind reporting the news, you know? Yep. Yep. But here it is. The Pentagon census Senator Mark Kelly over video urging Trump to defy illegal orders. Y'all remember the guy, Mark Kelly? That old traitorous, you know what, right? So they censored him. The Pentagon censored Senator Mark Kelly, right? So he's censored right now. On Monday, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth issued a letter of censure to the Democratic Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona, calling it a necessary process step towards possible demotion from his retired U.S. Navy rank as captain. Yeah, because when you do treason like that, they should strip him from his captain's. Get him out of there. Take those bars away from him. All 4 of them. Get rid of them. In a 90-second video, first posted from Senator Elsa Slotkins, right? That X account featured 6 lawbreakers, not lawmakers, lawbreakers, right? The Insurgency 6 urging U.S. military members to uphold the Constitution and defy an illegal order. A legal order, right? That's not legal, but illegal order, right? So this is exactly what ended up happening, you know. You guys know all 4 of the treasonous 6, right? Yeah, so this is exactly what it is, though. So he's gonna F around and find out as well, too. Talking about Mark Kelly, right? And his other 3 goons. All 4 goons, 5 goons, right? Along with them as well. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, so I'm not sympathetic about it at the least. You go against Trump, you're gonna F around and find out when you go against Trump. He is our commander-in-chief. He holds the highest seat in the court of land, right? Trump, right? Not the court, but the highest seat, you know, because he's the president. You know, the highest court in the land is Supreme Court. Then you got the grand jury, right? The Supreme Court, all these other court, you know. You got day court, you got night court, you even got the tennis court, you know. Yep, you got the basketball court. Everybody plays on a court, you know. Oh man, boy, I tell you, boy, that's bad though, Joe Mama. Oh man, but yeah, man, I appreciate you guys coming in on the chat, man, and checking me out though, you know, and things. So yeah, try to think. Did we cover everything today? Is there any other types of because the news is steady coming around? But Joe Mama, they're gonna strip him of his captain's position in the Navy, man. Take all 4 of those bars, stripes away. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. But I appreciate you guys. I gotta get back on out here. You guys have a wonderful day and things. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out. You too, Joe Mama. I'll see you next time. Right?